Okay. Found it na. Change ko lang po yung aking material. So, our topic today, good morning everyone, is attention. And since that is attention, with due respect naman po, pay attention. Class, are you ready to pay attention? Thank you, Kelly. Now, and the rest who reacted this. So, for the topic attention class, our goal is to describe human attention, um, explain human attention, describe its characteristic, the type of attention, the attention span, its uses, and the methods how to arouse our attention. Okay, we will watch the video later. And sorry na sa may mga highlight class. Hindi ko lang mahanap yung file na sakto, na walang iterations or kung ano man. But hayaan nyo na may sulat siya. Ano, para at least dun sa material nyo, you know where to put highlights. Okay? So, let me discuss the model of the human information, which is adapted from Wickens. So, di ba, meron tayo dyang almost 5 to 6 stages that starts with the sensation and perception, decision making, and creating of alternatives decision making, and then execution of action and providing responses or feedback. Of course, on those processes, embedded within them will be the use of our memory. And of course, you can notice on figure 2 that perception, decision and response selection, and response execution is anchored to the attention resource. In relation to your quiz class, we have said that the most important part, okay, if you don't know yet the answer po, ang pinakamahalaga dyan ay yung attention. May nagsabi ng iba is perception because people are unique. It depends on the individual, how they would interpret. But class, the most important aspect here, class, is to pay attention. Because without the attention, you cannot proceed with anything else in this HIP model. Okay? So, attention is defined as Valisole on 1995. You may wonder, oh, why it's so old na? So, ibig sabihin nun, class, kapag old na, yung mga ginagamit na resources from that period, wala namang kumukontest or nag-argue na yun yung definition. So kahit pa may ibang person na mag-quote ng attention is directed to facilitate processing of unexpected stimulus, or makita mo yun sa work ko, pero ang pinagkuhanan ko pa din is si Vale Sole, lagi pa rin na sa kanya siya i-refer. That is the importance of correct referencing. Okay, again, according to Vale Sole at 1995, it is an activity directed to facilitate processing of an expected stimulus. Okay? Ibig sabihin, you can recognize, you can sense the stimuli or stimulus. You can feel, you can see. But if you decided not to give attention to it, and there's no proceeding or progression to perception. Okay, so it's just you have ignored it. Okay? In this weekend's model class, the attention resources is defined as limited. Okay? Why it's limited? Okay? The attention span of people or human is very compacted and limited, and it does not last long. It really depends on the type of attention that you'll be giving to that particular energy or environmental force or stimuli. Okay? So it is presented as a limited resource that is channeled to drive the processes, which includes your perception, memory, response execution, and the rest. So as I've said po, if you don't pay attention, and then it stops at sensation. No more progression of the information. The information will decay and the information will not be utilized. Actually, it would not be going to be an information na nga, station, stimulus, or energy, because you have not given attention to it. It can be thought as a spotlight. Okay, looking at this figure, it is a spotlight. Say for example, you are listening to me now. I'm so certain that you are giving me full attention. Class, hindi ako tiyak. Meron siyang nagmumultitask. Meron naman siyang naka-join lang. So, it is a spotlight. So, when we say it's spotlight, di ba, wait lang. Ano yung nagre-reflect doon? Yan, wala na. When we say spotlight, it is directed towards one direction. A spotlight, nakatutok sa akin. So, ako lang yung napapansin mo. If everything is made black, there are many stimulus around. It can be sound, it could be pictures, it could be any other else. Kaya masakit yung ulo mo. Okay? Pero, sabi mo, ini-ignore mo siya. Ay, diretso ka pa rin sa paggagawa. So, mamaya na-over ka mo na parang di mo na nafe-feel yung masakit yung ulo mo. Kasi, ini-ignore mo siya. May ibang kang pinagbibigyan ng attention that for a time, it's effective that you don't think of it na ang sakit na sama na pakiramdam. When you always think of it, the more you will feel that you're feeling bad. Do you agree, class? Iba ganun tayo pag masama yung pakiramdam. Wag mong namnamin na masama yung pakiramdam mo. Kasi mas lalo mong mararamdaman na masama talaga. But if you try to try to ignore it, wag lang yung malala, ano? Do not ignore your health. Kung critical na situation yon, pay attention po. Tayo muna, ba't kaya lagi nalabas yung AI na yun? Yan. So it can be that as a spotlight that illuminates the information world, or to use as a computer analogy, where your CPU or central processing unit will just be responsible for whatever it received or for whatever is delegated to execute. Okay, for the next po, attention is a focus of consciousness. Okay? So consciousness, awareness is a focus, class focus. When you say focus, it is a spotlight. Focus of attention on a particular object or idea at a particular time to the exclusion of other objects and ideas. Marami kang naririnig ka sa paligid. Diba? Marami kang pwedeng gawin around you na nandiyan ka. Ako hindi, natutuwa ako din sa isang faculty na nagdo-double gadget pa siya para lang makita na nandudoon kayo. Ako naman, class, na monitor ko naman kung nandiyan kayo using our conversation kasi sinisave ko po yan. So yung mga walang conversation diyan, sabihin, wala talaga kayo sa aking klase. Yes, I did check your attendance, pero nagpa-check ka lang. Okay, so malalaman natin later. So attention is a focus of consciousness on a particular object or idea at a particular time to the exclusion of other object. So for example, you are hearing the a choir, and then something related to you, or someone that you want to hear his voice, her voice, you can divert that attention to that one person. And even if you're hearing a lot of voices, you can clearly hear that one particular voice. O if you're hearing an orchestra and you're interested to hear the violin lang, you can divert your attention to hearing the violin lang. And even if you hear the other things, it seems that there's only one musical instrument playing, which is violin. Do you agree that you can able to do that? Were you able to do that, class? Can I see and response? Diba? Pwede ka lang sa maraming naririnig. Yung kapitbahay mo, yung tunog dyan sa inyo, may nag-uusap sa inyo, pero kung nag-decide ka na mag-pay attention sa akin, so ako yung magbibigyan mo ng response. Pero even if I ask questions and you don't pay attention to what I'm talking about, and therefore you cannot give me responses. Okay? So that is attention. You may exclude others even if it is present because you have that spotlight to that particular direction. So meron ako mga kinarap na mga definition from other uploaded materials. Okay, na naglalagay ng mga resources online or on the internet. And I found this interesting. Definition of attention is defined as a process which compels rather, medyo maliit sa malayo, which compels the individual to selection. When you select, you put the direction there, the spotlight. a particular stimulus according to his interest and attitude out of the multiple stimuli of the environment. You can hear, you can see, you can feel, you can sense. But you cannot do that all the time. So, yun class yung strategy ng nang i-scam sa atin, ng mga nambubudol, ng mga nang-hold up, yung mga nandudukot. Kasi nga, yung attention natin, maliit lamang yun, very limited. So, kung yung attention ng halimbawa, ilang beses na class ako nadukutan? Dalawa. Huwag na sana maulit. Parang cellphone yung tinarget. Okay? Sa Manila naman yun, na nag-aaral ako sa Manila. So, class, yung paningin mo ang ida-divert nila. O kaya naman yung sa mall, it happened to me din. Someone bumped the cart in my body. So, when I responded, tapos, meron ng person dun sa bag ko na kinuha yung gamit ko sa bag. Kasi nga, diverted yung attention mo. Your attention is, I don't feel well. O kaya ouch. Tapos, ang focus ko ang sakit. I'm not mindful of my bag. So, we have to be careful on that. Okay? So, our attention is being diverted to be able to fool us. Okay? Or to make some bad about on us. Attention is a concentration. A focus, a concentration. When you say concentrate, di ba kung i-describe mo liquid na concentrate, parang is very powerful. Di ba? Pag-concentrate. Yan. So, you give power to that particular direction. Okay, attention, concentration of consciousness upon one object rather than another. Okay, there are a lot of stimuli, but you try to only put attention to only one. Okay, and look at the reference is 1967, 1938. Okay, definition of attention from another author, William James of 1890 plus 1890. Tingnan nyo, no? Sa Jaco class inilagay diyan na as early as those times, very important ang study ng human attention. So attention is taking possession, di ba? You're overpowered. Okay? Possession by the mind in clear and vivid form of what seem several simultaneously possible objects or trains of thought. Okay? So, focalization. Hindi ko sabi, ano yung focal point? Pag sinabi yung focal point, focus, centro, concentration, is powerful, of consciousness are of its essence. So, if you put that together, it's concentration, it's focus, class. Okay? It's focalization. So, what is the characteristic of a human attention? It is a selective mental activity. Okay? It's a selective. Nasa definition kanina nung isang person, di ba? Let's go back to the slide. Yun. Yung kay Sharma, sabi attention is defined as a process which compels the individual to select. So, it's a selective mental activity. There are a lot again, stimulus, and you select one particular and give attention to it, give focus to it, give concentration to it. But class, it depends on the energy. Di ba sabi natin, the environmental stimuli or energy should be powerful enough or should reach the threshold of energy for it to be able to be felt or sensed. So if you felt it, everything is around, you may shift it constantly from one object to another. It depends on your selection. Say, you're hearing this, there's an orchestra again, you're hearing the violin, or you want to shift to hear the entirety, it's up to you. How do you give focalization of your mind? Okay? Attention again is a focus of the consciousness of one particular object. And attention is also defined as the preparedness or alertness. Okay? Aside from the focus and concentration, is preparedness or alertness. So, meron ako nilagay siya ni class. During an emergency, we do have reflex responses. Typical example that I'm giving as a mom sa personal experience. Say, for example, I'm doing a task here. And then, nung bata pa yung aking anak, parang feeling ko mahuhulog, bigla ako napapaganon. Kaya pag ako'y nagluluto, may mahuhulog na something, bigla akong kikilos. So, meron tayong mga state in which, even if we're not paying attention to it, but on our subconsciousness, we try to be also aware of our environment, that is situational awareness, and then we can do responses. Say, for example, may biglang sumigaw and your tendency is to go out and ask. Okay? O kaya naman ay bigla kang napahawak, ikaw ay napaso, and then meron kang reflex response na, ano ko agad to, lalagyan ko ng immediate na, tag doon, id. So, can you cite example, class, where you have given a reflex response? Okay? Simulan natin ang ating responses. Again, dito po nakabase ang aking attendance. Okay? Ano po yung reflex response? Meron ka bang personal experience na hindi naman doon nakapay yung attention mo, pero dahil kinailangan ng pagkakataon ay bigla kang napa-action. Okay? Lagay po ninyo dyan. I will later as I continue my discussion. Okay? So ngayon, kayo ay nagmo-multitask, you're trying to hear, you're trying to think, and type your answer. Should not be too long, but not too short for me to not be able to interpret what you want to tell me. Okay? Again, your task is to put there yung inyong personal experience, and I continue lang po my discussion. Okay? So, attention requires some motor and sensory adjustment on the part of the person being attentive. Okay? Pag sinabing motor, you have to be physical, you have to move, sensory, you have to choose what particular sense organ should be used to be able to make selection and response. Okay. Before I start, I'll give you a minute. Okay? I'm waiting for your answer. Okay, wait po nung muna natin para makafocus kayo sa i-discuss kong type of attention. I want to read your answers muna. Okay? It's 8:31. I hope 8:32 everyone will be able to send na their answers. Okay? Send na po. Should not be too long. So I have here, as I wait po, 42. 1/6 na. So my goal is to finish the entirety so that we can give a lot of our time to other things sa susunod na mga meeting. Yan. Kaya may mga sumunod na, basa muna tayo ng konti. Sa jeep po may bata kahapon nakatulog para matutumba kasi sa iyo napapasandal. Ayun, napamubo ako para sa luwin. Pero buti na lang, di po siya natumba. Abang kausap ko kay may mahuhugol, hawak niya at napasilo po agad ako. Pag po mahuhulog, okay, puro nga nahuhulog, ganyan naman. Talagang ang ating personal experience. Mahuhulog ang baso, ako tsara, kahit hindi nakafocus, bigla, yung part po ng nagkaklase pero biglang dumating yung Shopee, hindi na po agad bayadan. Paano kaya naging refleksyon? Hindi refleksyon. Ano pa? Pag nag-aaral po, like talagang deep ha, di focus tapos may ballpen na parang nag-roll out tapos mahuhulog, bigla mo mapapasalo din. Habang may ginagawa may pong bagay, bigla pa sambot. Hindi ka naman doon nakafocus, tama. Kapag bunasay, malapit sa akin ng summit, medyo marami na nadudulas na kasamahan, edi sasalo, baka parang hindi matuloy. Habang nag-exam, gumulong yung pencil, saluhin kahit nakafocus sa exam, tama. Kapag pong pamangkin ko, babago natutulog, maglalakad po, tumatabingin na sa paglalakad, oo nga naman. Kapag po naglalaptop, sa kalagta mahulog ang CP, na isambot mo agad. Bagong bili mong phone, nasa edge, ang bilis ng response, sayang, baka hulugan pa. Hulugan pa. Nanonood ng TV, nasa akin na remote, hindi na-react. Okay, sinambot din. May nais po akong damit, tas nasanggi ko yung tumbler, tas nasalo ko po agad bago pa bumagsak. Ako din, one class, yung sabi ko sa anak ko, pag may papaabot ako, minsan, I'm too busy, anak, paabot ng tubig, anak, ganyan. Tapos, yung papadaanin niya on top of my laptop or any device, sabi ko, huwag dyan. Tapos, minsan, maiiwan niya sa tabi ng laptop, di paano nabuhos yun doon, di ka? Minsan, may tumbler, salo ko agad, buti at hindi nabuhusan ng aking device. Kaya may mga sumunod pa diyan. So, karaniwan ay yung mga nalalaglag. Na unaware ka talaga, hindi naman nandun yung iyong attention, pero yung reflex mo. Kasi meron kang tinatawag na situational awareness. Okay, thank you for those sharings. And then, nilalagyan ko ng guhit kasi, syempre, yung tayo, baka minsan may humabol pa yung iba, ay di late response na yung kanila. Okay, next would be type of attention. So, ano-ano yung mga attention? At tingnan natin kung ano yung attention na binibigay niyo po ngayon. Ano? So, for the type of attention class, that would be voluntary and involuntary. Okay? So, paano po natin nasasabi class? Oops, yan, naghang muna. Wait lang po natin na mag-respond yung material. I don't know why. Kapag sinabi natin class involuntary, katulad nung inyong ginawang reflex response, hindi mo naman pinlan na iyon ay gawin. Okay, what happened? So, bang iniintay lang natin class na mag-respond iyan, let me, iba ng modular rin naka-open ko. Sige, wait na lang natin. Why? Sige, try ko na lang i-close. And then open a new one. Okay, so hindi na kasi nagre-respond yung ating material. Okay, let me open it again. Okay, wait lang po. Opening the file. And the PDF is becoming so unresponsive. Wait natin class ha, at ang Acrobat ay medyo unresponsive. I don't know what's the trouble. So, dahil, yan, nag-open na. Kala ko hindi pa rin mag-open. Then, magda-divert muna ako sa video. Okay, let us have it again. Okay, let us continue. We're on slide number... Oh. What's happening to you? Yan. So, we're talking about the type of attention. So, class, the first is a voluntary. Okay? Voluntary and involuntary, there are two, and let us start the description of a voluntary attention. When we say class, voluntary attention, it should, you should give your conscious effort. You are well aware. Alam mo, may effort ka. Nandoon. Kumbaga ay may consciousness ka. May conscious effort on the part of the person. Example, Yung binibigay niyo sa aking attention class, ayun, nakikinig ka sa akin, voluntary yun. Pag ang pinopersa mo ang sarili mo, focus ako, nagdi-discuss, baka magtanong, kailangan ko makinig. Okay, take note class ha. Ang ating assignment, ang ating examination ay situational analysis. Okay, hindi mahalaga lang. Siya pero hindi opinionated. Yun palang gusto kong i-highlight ha. Hindi opinionated ang ating examination. Your answer should be based on theories and principles. Ano, hindi pwedeng makakomment ka lang at maka-justify. So, you need pa rin to memorize your concepts. Again, it requires conscious effort in part of the person. Like what I'm doing, I am giving attention kasi meron akong concentration sa inyo. Kayo din, kung nakikinig kayo sa akin, you're giving your conscious effort. When you solve problems, class, when you solve problems, and then, you are also well aware, you have conscious effort kasi you cannot think well about it if you don't give your conscious effort. But sometimes, class, we are being affected by a lot of factors like yung ating mga tiredness, exhaustion, sleep deprivation, your mental state, your physical state. Kunwari, class, ilang araw na ba akong anong tawag doon? Sleep deprived. Kasi nag-aaral ka sa kung ano man subject, na kailangan mo paghandaan, gagawa ng recording, mag-check. So that's part of the job of teacher that at home, it's still working time. Pwedeng sabihin natin na we can have work balance, but not all the time can have work balance. Kayo, life-work balance. So, kasi minsan sobra ka ng sleep deprived, nagsosolve ka, minsan pagtingin mo, guri-guri na pala yung gawa mo, di ba? O kaya naman, hindi ka aware, katulad ng sabi ni Gerald kanina, nakatulog siya nang hindi niya sinasadya. Pinitigil niya naman, pero nakatulog pa rin siya. Kasi nga, class, sometimes, even if our mind is willing, but the body cannot already perform its work. Di ba, class? Meron ganun tayong state, gustong-gusto pa ng utak mo, pero hindi na kayanin ng katawan. O gustong-gusto pa ng katawan mo, pero hindi na kaya ng utak. Ganun ginawa ko kahapon. Magre-record pa sana ako, pero hindi. 9 o'clock I sleep na, nagising ako ng 2. Hindi ko pa rin kaya, tumitibok pa rin yung mga ugat-ugat ko diyan. Sabi ko, di ba, mamaya na lang 4 o'clock. Na-experience nyo ba class yung gano'n? Yung very exhausted ka na? Oh, the class, struggle is real. Di Ganaviel. Sabi kahapon ng aking kausap, ma'am, kala namin burden na yung last semester. Mas burden pala ngayon. Di ba nga? Do you feel the pressure na of being a third year student with your FS and other subject? Di ba? Medyo mas mahirap. You have to give your conscious effort and give more time. So, problem solving, answer and psych examination, and further class, merong yung ating voluntary attention ay may dalawang klase. Okay? Ano po yung dalawang klase ng attention na yon? Implicit volitional at explicit volitional. So, let us have your implicit volitional. So, it is a single act of will is responsible for arousing attention. Katulad ng nakalagay diyan, kung bakit ko pinili, nung kinreate ko class yung material, so, very limited po, class. Very limited ang bukas saan ka makakakita ng lesson. So, nung inassign yan sa akin, very new. First time that I will be teaching Ergo 2. Wala naman kaming Ergo 2 nung koleyo kami. At hindi ko naman din experience sa ibang school na i-handle yung course. So, it was given to me about 3 or 4 years ago. At pag ako nagkikreate ng material, hanggat maaari, yun yung magsiserve sa akin ng review. At the same time, gusto ko nasa self-taught ako. So, kung hahanapin niyo yan basta kung saan hindi niyo makikita kasi yung pong material na yan is composed of many references. Okay, you cannot find that in one single material. Kaya po, pangalan nito, um, mapapansin nyo na minsan nakakrap lang siya, hindi siya all type, para lang ma-minimize yung prep time. Mahirap din mag-type. Okay, so a single act of will which is responsible for arousing attention. Wari sabi sa inyo during examination, okay, count of 5 and it's yours. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. O, binigay nyo na agad. May sinusulat ka pa, binaba mo na yung papel mo. O kaya, in your mind, this is our deadline. You have to submit it. And that motivates you, that encourages you, regardless kung you are forced to do it, you are not willing to do it, as you is being, you're being pushed, you're being activated. Okay? So, that is implicit volitional. a homework given by your teacher and you'll have a fear that it will not be accepted or deducted if you have not submitted on time. Okay? So that is a good example. Or at home, you are given a task and your parents says, hindi mo ginawa yan, blah, 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 blah. Okay? So this is something that you are driven to give attention or to perform a task because there is a certain policy or a certain requirement that you have to meet. And not meeting it will cause some sort of problem or concern. The other one is explicit volitional. Plus, attention is obtained by the repeated acts of will. Okay, sabi dito, one has to struggle hard for keeping oneself attentive. It requires strong willpower and motivation to keep the attention focused. An example, preparation during examination. Malapit na pong mag-midterm, 2 weeks from now. Midterm na, regardless kung gaano ka ka-busy, okay, regardless kung gaano ka kapuyat, kailangan mo mag-aral, gusto mong pumasa, ipipilit mo yung iyong sarili. Repeat, aaral ako, aaral ako, aaral ako. Ganyan. Ako, regardless na pagod na ako, so it takes some time to sacrifice. Pagod na ako, gusto ko nang itulog, no, magre-recording pa ako, mag-aaral pa ako. So, hindi dahil may punishment na naghihintay or may requirement, but I have to do it because maybe I want to grow on a personal basis or I want to accomplish something that regardless if I will do it or not, ang magiging, ano ko lang naman, ang magiging endpoint ko is I was able to do it. Okay? So, pero wala siyang parang coercion na kapag di mo ginawa, katulad ng implicit, there could be some sort of concern or problem. Okay? So, that is explicit volitional. Okay? But class, sabi po natin, doon sa ating, that is, again, under voluntary. So, the voluntary requires your conscious effort. You have a strong willpower to do it. It's either driven innate sa'yo or driven by outside policies or force that would trigger you to do it. Okay? So, yung innate sa'yo, ikaw ang nagkukumbisi sa sarili mo, explicit, implicit, you're driven by other factors. And then the next one is involuntary attention. Okay? So this involuntary attention, you're not giving conscious effort to it. However, ay parang hindi mo naman nilaanan ng atensyon, hindi mo naman nilaanan ng panahon, or your attention is being captured, class. Okay? Nagkakaroon ng persuasion sa'yo. So this type of attention is aroused without the conscious effort. Example, ay, meron sa likod mo na biglang may bumisina, beep, beep, ganyan. So, ang tendency mo, uy, may narinig ako, binubusina ng tatabi ka. Hindi mo yun nakita, plus, at hindi mo naman inintendin mo na tatabi ako, pero parang automatic ka. Parang mga reflex yan, plus, no? You see bright lights, you see loud noise, sasabi, abaho, napaganon ka. Hindi mo naman yun intend, kinusa na yung iutos sa'yo ng iyong katawan as a way to respond. Okay? So this type of attention can be aroused by instinct called enforced non-volitional attention given to preformed sentiments or to people, to object or things. So, ito naman class, kumbaga, hindi mo inintend na maamoy, hindi mo inintend na makita, hindi mo inintend na marinig. Hindi katulad ng solving, kailangan ko magbigay ng attention. Hindi katulad ng pakikinig sa lesson ko ngayon, kailangan mong ibigay yung attention. Or hindi ka, nakikinig ka ngayon, pagkatapos may narinig ka somewhere diyan, di maaagaw yung iyong attention. Ano, so yung involuntary, you're not giving effort to it, you're not giving your conscious effort to it, but still, hindi kasi, isang iyong boses Kasi 60 students Si Ma'am Lady yun, nag-usap lang kami saglit para sa OM. Yan ang OM ang nagpapa-sleep deprive sa amin class. Siyempre, kailangan namin maaral na mabuti, maituro sa inyo kasi very mahaba. Nai-stress na din kayo sa Corelap, Aldep, Craft, etc. Ano, kamusta pa lang inyong resulta? Di ninyo na lang i-type din eh. Kamusta ang inyong resulta sa OM? Ako nag-check ng OM kanina, siguro yung nakaka 2/3 ako. Yung 1/3 natapos ko doon sa bahay. Yung 1/3 natapos ko kanina ng 7 to 8. Kasi ako ay walang klase ng 7 to 8. Nag-check muna ako. May 1/3 pa akong tatapusin na tigkakalahati na lang. Number 31 to 50 na lang ako ng 13 papers na lang. Binilang ko, ilalabing-lima pang pumasa eh. Kayo ga, kamusta? Okay naman kaya? OM nyo, lagay nyo na lang sa chat box. Pasa? Hindi, di na yan, di na lang. Paris hand ang pumasa. Paris hand nga ang pumasa sa OM. Because sa section ko sa 05, lalabing-lima po. Huwag nyo munang ibababa, titignan ko lang kung ilan ang pumasa. Ilan ang pumasa? Madami. 40 plus yung sa akin eh. Ay, ang pumasa ay para 15 pa. Madami. Tapos yung mga baksak ay talagang mababa, 30 plus. Meron pa nga class ng 18. 8, 10, ganyo. Biruin mo, 8 ang score doon sa 1 to 30 na multiple choice. Nag-review questions pa naman. Kakayak sa effort ng teacher, ha? Kaya class, conscious effort. Alam ko naman marami kayong ginagawa, pero kung paano kami din nagiging dedicated class sa aming pagtuturo sa inyo, sana'y maging ganun din kayo. Kumbaga, sa inyo, 7 preparasyon, 8. Kami naman, halimbawa, 4 ang subject ko, 10 section, 11. So, gayon din. Mas maliit nga ang inyong gagawin, dawa ng tigi-isa lang bago. Kami pag nagpasa kayo lahat, mahigit 400 na papel. Ang dami pa noon, madami pa yung yan nyo lang naka-raise ang hand nyo. Yung tinatanong ko din ay kung ilan ang pumasa. Yan nyo lang naka-raise. Diga class. Anyway, nabanggit lamang. Sa eco naman, na-release ko na. Ba't ako nagtataka lamang at yung aking pagkaka-type, tinype ko na yun kaya ako na-release sa inyo. Ba't hindi ko maalala kung saan ko sinave. Hindi ko rin maalala yung file. Pero bukas, di aking babalikin yung papel, tapos, meron pa bang hindi nag-take? Wala man nagsabing ibang teacher na hindi nag-take. I-keep nyo na lang, huwag nyo i-share sa iba. Ayoko din masyado mag-keep ng paper. Anyway, ayun, aral lang tayo mabuti. Talaga naman tayo bahagi ng estudyante, unawaan ko, bahagi ng teacher, struggle is real. Okay? Anyway. Let's continue. 8:54 time check. We are on slide 13. Anyway, nabanggit naman natin na yung mga iba, mabilis lang natin mabibigyan ng attention, or ng discussion yung ibang part. So, bukod class sa voluntary, involuntary, and under voluntary, implicit, and explicit volitional, meron pang 5 subdivision or types of attention that is commonly used. So, the first one class is a focus attention. So, when your child attention, child lang nilagay ko, tingnan nyo, napaka-friendly nung ating, pangalan yan, picture. So, nakabagay kasi ito para sa mga bata. Kaya ganun lang pa yung mga caricature dyan. Sige, tingnan natin. Noon bang, madami, galing naman. Tinitingnan ko yung nag-raise ng 21. Sana may mapiga pa ako dun sa 15 ko pancheche na 13 ata yun. Ang sakit sa heart. Hindi ko rin nagpagod ng pagre-record. Tapos ganun lang yung output ng estudyante. Ay. Anyways, nandito ba kayo ng Lunes? Umattend ba kayo ng Lunes doon? Sa gym? Napansin ko kasi yung O5, pero hindi ko alam kung nandito ang O3. O3, nandito ba kayo ng Monday? Paki thumbs up. Monday ba yun? Yung yung may program sa gym ba yun? Monday ba? Tuesday pala. Tuesday. Are you here last Tuesday? Yung nandun sa gym? Tuesday yan, di ba? Alam nyo, class, nakakalungkot. Ako talaga medyo may sleep deprivation doon. Okay, napapagayon na. Sabi ko, mambing ako nagsingil. Para kami ni mambing inaantok. During na nagtatalk na yung keynote speaker. So alam nyo, it really, literal to, it really grieves my heart that, yung mga people na nag-attend doon, even faculty members, they are watching Korean novelas, some are doing ML, And there are faculty members, at the back of the president of the university. The students are roaming around, and alam mo talagang sabi ko, ang sakit naman sa heart noon. Sana naiisip ng mga students dito na I could be that same person one day na nag-i-speak ako, pinaghirapan ko i-prepare yung aking mga sasabihin. Very ano ba, pawis na yung speaker doon, tapos hindi tayo mukha niya kasi ang banas. Eh, hindi pa naman siya sanay dito sa Pilipinas kasi ang tagal niya nung nasa ibang bansa. Alam niyo, kunwari, ito yung ano, dito yung ano, yung speaker. So, tapos binakaganon ka. Yung mga estudyante nakaganito. Nagpo-phone. That is inattention. And that's not good. Tiga, you may experience one day how it felt na hindi ka mabigyan ng attention where you're doing your talk. Alam niyo, class, sabi ko, siguro mababa na lang talaga yung moral ng person. Kumbaga sabi ko kay Ma'am Bing that time, alam mo, regardless kung interesting or hindi, yung due respect lang, bibigay ko sa kanya. At inaantok ako, titignan ko sa kanya. Makikinig ako, baka may mag-grasp ako, may bago ako matutunan. And really, I have learned something new that I really don't know way before. So, yun lang ang pakuusap ko sa inyo. Now, speaking of attention, nag-attention ka ba? O, honest na or hindi honest? Honest lang. Okay lang na sabi mo hindi ka nag-pay ng attention, di mo naintindihan sinabi niya, pero did you pay attention? Okay lang kung sabihin yung hindi ka nag-pay ng attention during that time naman nag-speak. Eh kasi, wala naman akong magagawa doon. I just want to know. Nag-pay ba kayo ng attention during that time na nagtutalk siya? Yung speaker natin, nakalimutan ko ang kanyang pangalan. Wala? Uy, anong response no? Sa lahat ng duda, nag-pay ka ng attention aside from Reyes? Si Navia lang nakikita ko nagre-react. Talaga. Pag tinanong ko kayo, alam niyo pa yung mga binanggit niya, mga AI, robotics, farming. O kahit pa paano naman, may naalala ko, no? Tapos may mga video siyang pinlay. So, class ka, no? With due respect, we pay attention. Focused. Okay, let's see focus attention. Where your child attention is focused on visual pictures or auditory or hearing. Sabi natin, visual and audition are the most commonly the predominant senses that is being used in our daily performance of the work. And then, so focused. You're not doing anything else except for that giving attention for that particular activity or scenario. Selective attention is when you, the child, when you attends to one specific task while filtering out other distraction around them. Like now, thumbs up if you agree that there are a lot of distraction there at your home. You wanted to focus on my discussion, pero may kapatid ka na ng gugulo, may naririnig kang sound, kung may kung ano-ano pa, distraction around, may iniisip ka, may gagawin ako, assignment, alin bang uunahin ko. And those who are giving the entire time to me, that is your focus attention, selective attention. And when you have selected na makinig ka sa akin and then you focus the attention. The third one is a shifting attention. Kaya lang class, merong sa shifting attention, that is when you, let us not put it as a child na lang, ikaw na lang to. When you begins one task and stop to shift their focus on another task. So, class, yung shifting attention, tinatawag natin siya as a layman's term na multitask. No one can really multitask. Ewan ko lang, baka merong very gifted that can do it. Kasi class, when you multitask, I believe that there will be always trade-off. You then pay enough attention to one, you try to shift from one to another. So, dapat ang magawa mo, class, kunwari, nagdi-discuss ako ng klase, di ba kanina? Tapos biglang dumaan din niya ang ma'am. Sabi ko, nag-uusap tayo. Tapos sabi ko, wait. Tapos kinakausap ko siya, conversation kami. Pagbalik ko dito, tanda ko pa sa isip ko, saan ako nagtapos. Pero kung sakali, na pagbalik ko sa inyo, class, ano nga yung sinasabi ko? Nakalimutan ko na. So, hindi ako marunong mag-shift ng attention. Dapat, pag nag-shift attention ka, you can go back to the original from where you left. Naintindihan ba? Shifting attention. May ginagawa ka, katulad ng nagdi-discuss, bigla may kumausap sa akin, pagharap ko sa inyo, parang walang nangyari, alam ko pa rin kung nasaan akong estado ng aking dinidiscuss. So that is shifting attention. Number 4, sustained attention. Sustained attention is synonymous to being vigilant. Okay? Nakalagay dyan, vigilance. At nag-agree pala kayo muna, nakalimutan kong tanongin. Do you agree na merong trade-off kapag nagkaroon ka ng shifting and divided attention? Parang when you divide or you shift your attention, the tendency of the quality of your work, whatever is the output, will suffer. If you agree, disagree, please type your message. So, para ma-monitor ko pa ulit who are with me now. Ay, bago yung yes, I thank you, Gerald, for that very immediate response. I want you to cite example that we can relate to. Okay? So, sige, habang ginagawa nyo yon, sustain the attention. No? So ngayon, pinapractice ko sa inyo na kayo ay naka-divided attention. You are listening to me while you are also thinking what to type on the chat box. Okay? Let us go to divided attention as you do your task. When you multitask, ano? So, yung multitasking ay sa divided attention, focusing only a part of their attention to one of each task. At ang problem class, diyan sa divided attention, ay, sige, you may pause for a while para isama na natin yung shifting and divided attention into one, kahit magkaiba sila. Alam nyo, class, bilang busy nanay, laging sasabihin ko, napapagalitan ko yung anak ko, minsan, ba't di mo na-remind sa akin, ako may niluluto. Sabi niya sa akin gabi, mama, yung niluluto mo. Sa umaga ka, siya pag halimbawa, sobra nang busy, tas hindi na ako nakapag-plan siya over the weekend. Tas every morning na lang, kung ano yung susuotin niya, ipaplan siya, kasi yung sinusuot ko naman, hindi ko naman pinaplan siya yun. Yung kanya lang na uniform, akin na paplan siya. Nagpa-plan siya ako, may nakasalang doon na nilipiprito, mamaya nasunog na, mamaya nakalimutan ko na yung tubig, nakaalis na kami maghapon, hindi ko pala napatay yung tubig, o kaya last month, which is hindi naman typical, 2 beses ko nakalimutan na naka-on yung, nakasaksak yung plancha, buti na lang, nandoon sa lowest na setting na hindi uminit yung plancha. Di ba kung mainit yun, baka nagliyab na doon sa pinagkalagayan ko? Because of that is divided attention. Merong suffering. Ano, yung quality nung iyong pinaghati-hati, hindi nagiging kasing ganda kung sana ay nagbigay ka ng focused attention. And then, bago ko basahin yung inyong mga ipaglalalagay diyan, meron naman tayong tinatawag na sustained attention din. So, sustained attention when you attend and focus on a task for a continuous stretch of time. Katulad na, digat kanina pa kayong tayo nag-uusap, almost 1 hour na. At kung ikaw ay nakabigay sa akin ng iyong full attention, neglecting the others, and then meron kang tinatawag na sustained attention. And that is the key requirement class ng mga very complex na tasks. Like yung mga nag-i-inspect sa airport, yung nagbabantay ng radar system natin para sa mga intruders. Hindi sila pwedeng mainip. Diba, nababantay nila ng radar. Meron bang foreign ship, foreign na aircraft na nagkocross dito sa country? Hindi sila pwedeng mapagod. Regardless na in 10 years time, never pa nilang na-encounter na may nag-introduce. Wala namang 10 taon na ako din sa trabaho, hindi ko nababantayan ang radar system na rin. Wala naman ako na-experience. Maniwala ka, kung kailan ka hindi nagsustain ng attention, doon ka nalulusotan ng aksidente o ng pangyayari. Agree ba kayo? Thumbs up naman. Ikaw, kung kailan mo ni-neglect, sabi mo, naku po, sobrang tagal na, never ko pang ginawa. First time ko nga lang itong ginawa sa buhay ko kung kailan pa ako natsambahan. Ay sadya, inuhuli ang iyong sustenance ng iyong attention. Ganun class yung vigilance. Maga sa pulis, nakalimutan mo, ako na may lagi naglalak ng bahay, kung kailan ko hindi nailak, saka pumasok kayo magnanaw. Syempre, yun ang inaabangan nila. You have to stay vigilant. Okay? So, it's your time now I'll give you again a minute to compose your idea and put it there. I'll be giving just a minute of time for you to share yung ating shifting and divided attention. Have you experienced din na nagkaroon ng trade-off? I want you to highlight that. Na hindi nagkaroon ng magandang quality yung isa. Okay? So, sige po. Ready to send na yung iba. Tinype. Nag-divide ng attention. So, let us read po. Divided attention kung nagdadrive while having someone sa phone or kausap. Nade-divide yung attention watching the road at the same time processing. So, kaya nga, Christian, ang sabi, do not text, do not use the phone while you are driving. You may be expert on that, pero hindi pa rin. Kailangan mo ng intense na reflex response kapag situation arises. Divided and shifting, less tempo nung sabay-sabay lahat, final requirement. Di maiwasan mabawas ang quality ng output, kulang ang time kasabay ng review sa exam. Yes, syempre si GQ. Dapat GQ na ako sa'yo. GQ na ako lagi. Si GQ pa naman, very, kumbaga, may high expectation, may high bar siya na siniset para sa sarili niya. So, ang ano ko lang, ang suggestion ko lang talaga, dun sa mga person, I commend you. Sobrang na-appreciate ko yung mga masisipag, may tina-target para sa sarili nila, not only the passing grade, ano po, wag ka din namang maging hard sa iyong sarili. Yan ay naranasan ko sa aking sarili that I'm trying to be hard, na parang okay naman, uy, naka-DOS na ako, uy, naka 175 na ako. But still, I feel sad, uy, 175 lang. Sometimes, we do give a lot of expectation to ourselves that we're thinking that others are also are having that expectation, pero kung bakit ka mas nadi-disappoint sa sarili mo kasi ikaw pala yung nagbigay ng hardship. Minsan iniisip mo, oh, gusto ko silang i-please, pero hindi naman nila nire-require na i-please mo sila with that grade. So, reminder lang po sa mga na-exhaust sa pagka-try ng setting expectation to themselves, be not too hard on yourself. Gets ba? Do not be too hard. Yan ay aking personal na ranas at feeling ko kasalanan ko din naman minsan, pero generally minsan, nape-pressure ka din sa people around, ganyan-ganyan, ganyan na sila, nahuli na yan, bakit, di ba matalino yan, etc. etc. Alay, wala nang matalino din sa BS yun, nabobobo na nga lahat. Liga class, oh, ewan ko sa inyo kung hindi kayo mag-agree, kahit ikaw di yan with highest honor nung senior high ka, pag hindi ka nakaramdam din na ikinabobobo pa minsan. Di ka, layman's term lang. Forgive mo 5 more words, wala naman akong sinabihan sa inyo ng BOBO. I'm just saying na, that's the feeling. Di ka, do not be too hard on yourself. Tama, ay, relax lang. Hanggat kaya kakayanin, pero huwag yung ikaw na mismo ang naghusga sa sarili mo. Kahit kami class, syempre ako personally, malulungkot ako kung hindi nyo ina-effortan yung subject ko. Ay kilala nyo naman akong effort lagi. At di ko nga alam, sige, aralin ko, hindi na ako matutulog. Tapos bibigyan nyo ako ng score na mababa, ay kakaiyak naman, nakakasakit sa heart. Di ka? Kayang matutunan. Ba't ga ako class? OM. Natuturo ako ng OM, hindi ko pa yun alam. Kung natutunan kong self-study, di kakayanin din that. It's just we need to set a strong willpower. Agree ba, class? Kahit pa walang nagturo sa'yo, kung ikaw'y magsi-self-study, natututunan mo yan. Diba? Do not point fingers to anyone else. Ang unang accountable dyan, ikaw. Yan. Ako lagi, yun ang aking mindset. Maaaring yung iba rin, pero mas malaking bahagi ay ikaw. Anyway, kapag po nag-online ka, tapos biglang inutusan ng nanay, ng ama, oo nga. Kahirap ng ganyan. Sabi niyo, wag muna. Mapapagalitan po kami ng ferry. Kung naman kayo pinapagalitan, nagre-remind ka. Kapag po nagsabay-sabay pagre-review, yan, may iba nang name-mental block, lagi kang sinasabi, BLACK nagdilim na hindi na harangan. Nagdilim na. Ang kalat-lahatan, wala ka tuloy na recall. Kinamahirap lang sa engineering, minsan, inaral mo naman, naglaho lahat. Gusto mong i-recall, wala talaga. Pero minsan talagang wala talagang alam. Nung nagluluto daw ng tusino, may nag-shot yun, nasunog na. Ay di yan na, uling na yan, hindi na yan tusino. Gayon nga, ako din, class, ang pagkakasay, minsan sa umaga, nilate ako ng gising, alas 5, dapat hindi alas 5, dapat 4:30 gigising para makaluto. Naku, di dapat hindi na sa rice cooker, doon na lang sa stove, lulutuin yung kanin para mabilis. Ang tagal kasi sa rice cooker, 30 minutes pa. Tapos may kasabay na nagpa-plancha or nagpapalaman ng tinapay pambaon ng bata, ay pambihira. Sumunog na yung kanin, kinabaksakan walang baong kanin Tunay. Tigigilan nga tayo. Buti kayo, kung kayo nabangon na lamang at kakain, I be thankful to your anyone who is assisting you to exist. Hirap pag ikaw mag-isa. I mean to say, kung ikaw na yung dala mo yung sarili mo. Nung nagsasaing sa rice cooker, biglang tinawag, sumama. Ay, hindi na ibaba. Ay, di inabot na ng maghapon gayon nga. Hindi na naluto. Na may pinagsaing kong aking anak, 8 taon. Ay, di nagsaing nga. Ay, pagkatapos may nagpa-deliver. May pa-food panda ko diyan. Di, amin na yung kinain. Hindi na namin napansin yung rice cooker. Kapag ginising ko kinabukasan, nakasaksak pa doon. Mainit pa din yung kanin. 14 14 hours lang mainit, di kuryente kon tumaas, ano pa ga, nagsasaing, hindi pa naluto, gutom na gutom ka na, nakagalit sa iyo na nagpaluto. Nagkaklase, inutusan, divided attention, pag online. Sabihin niyo, ba't kayo nabagsak? May example, nalipat ang attention sa klase, skip reading, ayan, may phone, kausap sa personal, hindi na nakafocus, divided, nag-homework, pati lyrics na isulat. Pero nga akong kaklase nung high school class, nanunulad talaga, nanunulad. Pati pangalan nung pati pangalan nung tinutuladan ikinopya, totoo yan class. Kagalit ng teacher na binalik. Dalawa yung may alay sa may Alfonso. Oh, bakit dalawang alay sa may Alfonso din eh? Sabi, kunwari lang ha, kasi alay sa kasi nakita ko pa nga. Totoo class sa kanyang pagkabisi ng panunulad, pati pangalan ay tinulad. Wala na sa sarili. Divided, kausap sa jeep, nagpaabot ng bayad. Minsan naman class, maging pinakamahirap na trabaho. Isa sa pinakamahirap na trabaho yung driver. Kailangan mo pansinin ang lahat. Kailangan mo ay makikinig ka sa bayad. Lahat. Very yan, divided ang attention niya class, no? Hindi, mahirap mag-concentrate. Tapos meron pang mga demanding na mga na mga pasahero, sabi, para po, parang akala mo ang manual na sasakyan, ay basta natigil na pag sinabi para, titigil agad, right away. Mag-antay-antay ka, pag mabilis yung jeep, di mga 20 meters ang layo mo sa bababaan mo. Kaya dapat kung mabilis ang jeep, pumara ka na lang, manong, slow down, at okay, papara na. Pero akala mo yun ang kantot, pag pumara kay tigil, ay tataob ang sasakyan doon. Kaya medyo awa naman tayo sa ating mga driver. If you are commuting by the jeepney, let us be considerate. Kapag hindi niya agad maabot ang bayad o kung ano man, let us give some patience kasi mahirap po yung kanilang trabaho. Di ka nga? Ayan, may nakalimutang magbanlaw ng damit. So, ayun po ang iba't ibang klase ng ating attention. So, neglect muna natin yung mga video, later na po yun. So, sabi natin class, merong yung iba naman class gumagamit po ng 4 lang. So, selective, alternating, sustained, at divided. Ano yung nawala? Yung focus. Kasi parang class yung focus ay parang iniisip nila na sustained na din. Tapos yung alternating naman, yun class yung shifting. Tapos katulad na banggit natin, yung divided, edi multitasking. Okay? So, let us give some more explanation. So, sustained attention, that is also called concentration. Concentrate on one activity continuously upon one subject. No, no subdivision. Okay? Just one focal point. Just one spotlight. So, the individual attention always remains on track and activity pursues without any serious distraction. I'm very serious. I'm using a spotlight. This is my only direction. So, again, pag sustained, vigilance, ang keyword po dyan ay long, giving focus for a very long period of time. Okay, selective attention is the process of directing our awareness to relevant stimuli while ignoring irrelevant stimuli in the environment. Katulad ng nabanggit ko kanina, it could be may tinatawag class tayo na yung Lombard complex, yung halimbawa sa gymnasium, nag-uusap yung isang part, sa gym, din nag-uusap. Di ka sobrang ingay na ng kabuuan, pero ang totoo, ano lang naman yun, nag-uusap lang siya bulungan, kada isang area may bulungan, pero in general, dahil hindi sila aware na lahat-lahat ay nabubulungan, nagiging sobrang malakas na sa taong nagpipay ng attention. Agree ba? Yun yung effect, yung sinab natin dati sa ergonomics na aring isang machine, may tunog, aring isang machine, may tunog, aring isang machine, may tunog. Nagsama-sama may tao, may pinanggagalingan din ng voice. Digit pag nagsama-sama yan, sa isang mairitahin, very maingay yung environment. Agree ba? Bakit maingay minsan yung sa gym? Bakit maingay minsan sa klase? May bulungan yung tropa ni Bianca. May bulungan yung tropa ni Yesha. May bulungan yung tropa ni Reyes. Ibulong-bulungan, mamaya hindi na yung teacher. Kasi hindi kayo nagiging aware. Selective kayo. Ang pinapakinggan nyo lamang, yung grupo nyo nag-uusap, di nyo naririnig yung iba. Ayan, teacher, naririnig kayo lahat, di rin di siya. Okay, sana naintindihan nyo yung, dun sa example na yun, yung selective na attention. Kaya minsan yung teacher, Lombard complex, ano yung Lombard complex? Nilalakasan niyo yung boses niya to the point na namumukhang parang galit siya kasi kailangang marinig siya. On top of the voices of the others, mangibabaw yung kanya. Kaya minsan kami napapasigaw. Hindi dahil kami galit, kundi dahil ang ingay nyo na. Okay? So, doon class sa binabanggit natin na selective attention, parang ganito yan. Parang siyang naka-bottleneck. According to, sabi dyan, this limited capacity for paying attention has been conceptualized as bottleneck. Meaning, ang dami na nare-receive mo information, pero nagkaroon ka ng limitation. Parang, ang dami yung info, so hindi ko tatanggapin yan, i-screen out ko, i-filter out ko, at eri lamang aking pinadaan sa filter, yan lang ang makakarating ah, sa akin na information, yan lang ang aking ipaprocess. Nire-restrict mo, may nakikita ka, sobrang dami, pero ang inalaw mo lamang ay itong direksyon na ito. Okay? May naririnig ka ang dami, pero filter out mo yung iba, napakadaming information sa bote, pero ninarrow down mo, ari lamang ang gusto kong bigyan ng attention. Ganun din class sa life. There are many circumstances which affects us, many factors. Let's try to filter out and give attention to what matters most. Okay? Broadbent's and Treisman's model of attention are all bottleneck models because, sabi nga dyan, we cannot accommodate all the sensory input. So what you have to do is selective. Accommodate only those that you can give feedback or you can respond to. The others, ignore it or do it or give attention to it some later time. Hindi po tayo class aminin natin na ang tao talaga may limitasyon. At yan talaga tayong totoo. Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin na gagawin ko ang lahat kasi nga may suffer. So you have to be very selective. O in life na yun hindi na lang lesson ang pinag-uusapan natin, hindi lang information. But same as with the problems in life that we have. Very seldom that we can discuss about this. Pero do you agree, class, that you have to filter out? Necessary pa rin sila lahat, pero sometimes you have to give your time only to what matters most. Do you agree? Saka na ito, santabi muna. One step at a time. Two shots muna. 10 yan. Huwag mong pagsabay-sabay lahat. Hindi mo mahahating meron ka lang iisang katawan at iisang isip. Hindi naman kaya ng isip na mag-split into 10. So, ibig sabihin doon, hindi ka pwede mag-divided na task. 10 yan, isa muna. Filter out. So, divided attention is the ability to process more than one piece of information at a time. But class, there would be deficit. Ano yung deficit nga? Yung trade-off. Yung difference, yung variation. The quality will suffer. Okay? Kasi our mind has a very limited capacity. And when we become overloaded, the information can be missed. Diga class, agree din kayo. Pag kayo ay very punong-puno, aling ang uunahin ko? Hindi ko alam kung aling bahagi ng utak kong gagamitin, tutulog ba ako o hindi. Ga? Ang gagawin ko ba, gagawa muna ako ng assignment sa Ergo o laboratory sa Ergo o gagawa muna ako ng OM o gagawa muna ako ng FS. Hindi mo na mahati yung sarili mo. Feeling mo na ba yan? Feel mo na ba, class? Ngayon? Hati-hatiin nyo ng mabuti. Ganun din kami, class. Anong gagawin ko? Tutulog o magre-record o mag-aaral o mag-check. Ay, palukan na. Palukan na kung iisipin kasi hindi mo na maintindihan. So, ang kailangan dyan, give priority. Okay, this time, ito muna ang gagawin ko. Sunod na time, ganito. Minsan na idadalawang oras na yung tulog, hindi pwede. Tutulog muna ako. Yain na muna. Sabihin na lang muna sa estudyante ang naging constraint at hindi naman lahat ng tao, hindi malawak ang unawa. Kailangan namin maging malawak ang unawa sa inyo, ganun din naman kayo sa amin. Kung mag-iiwag tayo masyadong walang konsiderasyon, we give empathy. Okay, next. Alternating attention. Ito yung shifting. Refers to the ability to switch between tasks, to stop one task, to participate in another, then be able to return to the initial task with no cost at all. I mean, no cost. Hindi pera, pero yung walang nasuffer. Kunwari yan, siya ay nagla-laptop, nagtitelepono, di-divided attention siya, nag-alternate. Pupunta siya din sa phone, pabalik din, alam mo pa din yung ginagawa. O kaya nagtatrabaho yung nanay, tapos may anak pang inaasikaso. Kung di siya nalilito at walang nagsasuffer, so napakagaling ng power niya to switch. Okay? So, kailangan daw, class, being able to accurately and efficiently return to the original task. Hindi pa din, ano nga yun? So, di, mali. Dapat ang gawin mo, siya, mamaya ka at ako'y may ginagawa. Ako'y malilito. Okay? So, ito naman class, edi mga supporting definition din. So, alternating attention, yan, switching attention din minsan ang tawag sa kanya. Sustained attention is vigilance, holding and maintaining attention over long period of time. Divided attention, when you do two or more things at the same time. And selective attention naman, when you are receiving a lot of information or sensory input, but you try to filter out what matters to you most on that particular time. Okay? And then, yan ang pinakamalaking problema natin, class. Yung ating duration ng attention. 2 hours lecture, ma'am. Pagod na kami, hindi pa ba kayo nananawa sa pagdi-discuss? Nawawala na attention ko, nabobore na po ako. Eh, the class doesn't excite me anymore. Mag-aaral na lang ako sa papel. But class, you have to, gawin mo na siya ay voluntary. May trigger ka pag hindi ako nakinig kay Ma'am Ferry. Baka bumagsak ako sa midterm exam ng attention. Tama ga, class? Pag wala akong maisagot sa situational analysis, yan ang gawin mo motivation. Kung naiinip ka na at nauumay ka nang makikinig sa akin, gano'n lang. You have to be driven by some force. Okay, duration of attention is the span of attention or attention span. It is the amount of time that you can give your entire focus without being distracted. Okay? This is a very, old research. At sabi diyan, noon daw, anong panahon? Sabi din ni India, according to research, attention spans increased in just 15 years. So, average attention span daw in 2000, but take note, is 2025, 10 years ago na yan. So, may 12 seconds daw. Tapos ngayon daw, 8.25 na. Ngayon, katulad ng na-encounter ko doon sa gym noong nakaraan, maka 4 seconds na lang at ayaw mo na. Diga, ganun na nga kalas. Ang hirap. Tapos uso pa naman ngayon sa mga kabataan yung mga mamaya na. Diga, at once na nafa-focus na sa ating gadget kasi presence ng AI, and ayan, mga Internet of Things nating iyan, cloud, etc., ay di ang attention natin, lalo na sa bagay na hindi gadgets, ay napakaliit na. Nag-agree ba kayo, class? Mabilis nang magsuko yung attention ninyo. Ay, iyak ka na. Diga. But again, class, it's your willpower that would decide. Kailangan mong i-motivate ang sarili mo na mag-focus. 924 times check, I'm slide 22 halfway. Human tasking activity. Wait lang. Okay. So, ano muna po? Pa-watch muna ako ng video bago yung activity para lang icebreaker natin. Baka ikaw umay na sa akin. Umay na sa akin. Oo po, mama. Tagal na. Huwag na. Chrome tab. Okay. Sige. Nood muna tayo saglit ng supporting video for attention. Okay? Yung ating diniscuss. Are you ready? Ready. Off muna pala ako.
All right, I'm going to start out with a challenge for you. I'm going to show you a series of shapes, and I want you to count the number of yellow stars that you see. Also, count the number of red X's that pop up on the screen. So that's 2 separate numbers, one for how many yellow stars you see, and one for how many red X's come up on the screen. All right, so that was probably a challenging task because you had to count 2 different things, and I kept talking to you while you were trying to do that. That's an example of divided attention, which we'll talk about in just a second. But first, you probably want to see how you did. So let me show you everything that you just saw. All right, this is everything that popped up on your screen. There were 15 yellow stars and 13 red X's. And also, 1 smiley face. Don't worry if you didn't see this guy. We'll talk about that later. But now that you have a good example of how limited a resource your attention is, let's talk more about it. When you're paying attention to something, that means that you're concentrating on it at the exclusion of the other stimuli in the environment. A lot of times, though, we try to divide our attention and do multiple things at once. So maybe watch TV while studying, or try to count yellow stars while trying to count red X's. The thing is, as you just saw, Attention is a limited resource, and we can't split it all that well when it comes to complicated stimuli. So if you're trying to do two things at once, you usually end up switching between those tasks rather than doing them simultaneously, even if you're switching so fast you can barely tell. So think back to when you had to count the yellow stars and the red X's. You couldn't really do that at the same time. You had to kind of flip back and forth. When you switch, or if you do just intend to focus on one thing at a time, you're exercising your selective attention. You can think of selective attention like a flashlight beam on some aspect of your environment. You can move the flashlight around depending on what you want to focus on, but at any given moment, it's illuminating one particular area of interest, and everything else is just kind of dimmer. So the question is, what causes your flashlight beam to swing around and focus on one thing or another? There are two types of cues that can direct our attention: exogenous and endogenous. Exogenous cues are external to any goals we might have, meaning we don't have to tell ourselves to look for them in order for them to capture our attention. They include things like bright colors or loud noises, because you can be in the middle of a gripping conversation and have every intention on focusing on it, but a loud noise will still cause your focus to shift. And with salient visual cues, the ones that really stand out, this is called the pop-out effect. Something just pops out at us, like a yellow circle amidst a bunch of green circles. Endogenous cues, on the other hand, are more internalized and higher order, meaning they involve internal knowledge to understand the cue in the first place and the intention to follow it. Take an arrow, for example. If you didn't know what an arrow meant, then you wouldn't know to follow it. It's just some random lines on a piece of paper. But because you have the internal knowledge of what an arrow is, you can carry out an intention to look where it's pointing. One really good example of selective attention is the cocktail party effect, which you've probably experienced yourself multiple times. And this is your ability to attend to one voice even amidst many others. And it most commonly occurs when you hear your own name amid those voices. So for example, picture the last time you had a big family dinner and you're at one end of the table talking with someone, and then Grandma down at the other end of the table says your name. And even though you haven't been listening to Grandma's conversation, you instantly swing your flashlight beam of attention down to hear what she's saying about you. And if you had to guess what type of cue your name was in that situation, endogenous or exogenous, what would you say? If you said endogenous, then that's right, because it was the meaning of your name that drew your attention to when Grandma said it. All right, so now we know that different cues draw our attention to certain stimuli, whether we want them to or not. But what happens to all the stuff we're not paying attention to? Scarily enough, we experience something called inattentional blindness, which means that we're not consciously aware of things that happen in our visual field when our attention is directed elsewhere within that field. So think back to that smiley face from our demo in the beginning. Because you were focused on yellow stars and red X's, you might have missed the smiley face, especially because he kind of blended in with the yellow stars. And that's a minor example, but inattentional blindness happens in more important situations too. For example, can you say exactly where the nearest fire extinguisher is? If you're like most people, you probably go by this every day when you're going to your home or office or wherever you are, but very few people actually pay attention to where things like fire extinguishers are. Even though they're bright red, they can be necessary for survival. Usually your attention is directed elsewhere, so you fail to notice the fire extinguisher. And closely related to inattentional blindness is change blindness, which is when we fail to notice changes in the environment. Now, be careful because the difference between change blindness and inattentional blindness is subtle but important. Inattentional blindness means that you miss something right in front of you, while change blindness means that you failed to notice a difference between a previous state and a current state. Like when you don't notice when your mom gets a haircut, or when you get back to your room and don't notice that furniture or books are in a different place. And this is actually very common as well, so don't feel bad if it happens to you. In fact, there's one really good example when a researcher stopped people on a busy street and asked for directions. And partway through, when the people were giving their directions, a large bookcase was carried between them and the researcher, and he swapped places with a different person. And almost no one noticed. And very few people even noticed when the new person was a different race or a gender. So it's just a great example of our limited attention and our ability to focus on one thing to the exclusion of everything else.
Okay, class, naintindihan ba yung laman ng lesson? Very interesting. Maraming mga mahalagang terms na nabanggit doon. So, nilagay ko po yung link. Keep the link po, katulad na nabanggit ko. Kasama po yun sa examination. Ano, yung mga inattentional blindness, change blindness, tapos plus yung exogenous endogenous, yun po ay related doon sa volitional at saka non-volitional, o yung implicit at saka explicit natin. Ano, i-check nyo na lamang yung kanilang definition para matukoy nyo kung alin ang implicit at alin endogenous ba siya or exogenous. Okay, maliwanag ba yung instruction tungkol sa video na yan? Nandiyan na po ang link sa chat box. Part po siya, malamang sa maging part din siya ng examination. Okay? 9:32 time check. The next video class will measure your attention. Yung kanina pala class, na naging successful ba kayo doon sa activity? May mga stars, ganyan-ganyan. Did you find it interesting, yung simple activity? Hindi nyo napansin. Sige. Focus now. And then we'll have a very short, about 3 to 4 minutes, na multitask activity. Okay? Let's see how will you do in performing this activity. Okay? Let me share the video.
A long time ago, a woman named Mary planted 6 flowers in her garden. He had a purple ball, and half of them were orange and the other half were white. One day, she loved these colors since they reminded her of college. But then she studied mechanical engineering and enjoyed inventing and returned it to the boy.